We was on the bottom, yeah. Now we headed to the top. New level. On my level, don't see anybody. I don't see him. This right here could never stop. This could never stop. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. Ay, this right here could never stop. Hold up, nah, nah. One time, ay. I live on the job, right? Yeah, I'm always at work, right? Real people stay by me, right? Haters wanna do hurt, right? Know they tryna stop me, right? Drag my name through dirt, right? I don't feed into the hate, right? I just answer with a smirk, facts. I feel so special, facts. I know my worth, facts. My bloodline royal, facts. We the kings of the earth, right? You can't stop this, nah, nah. You can't stop this, no way. Yo.
Claudia, right? My name is Paul. So like the soldier was telling you, we're out here to teach our people who they really are according to the Bible. Right. Now, if I ask you your nationality, what would you tell me when you look on this sign? American black, right? So God doesn't call us American blacks in the Bible. You know that, right? God calls us, we're from the tribe of Judah. Right. American blacks was given to us by the people that brought us over here in this land. Do you know who brought us over here? When you look at this sign, these people brought us over here in this land on slave ships. They stacked us up like sardines. So who are the people that brought us here over here in slave ships? That's your so-called white man, right? So the so-called white man, when he brought us over here on the slave ships, he told us, you know what, y'all Negroes, y'all black, y'all niggas. But God said y'all not Negroes, y'all not black. Black is a color. What y'all actually are is from the tribe of Judah, from the nation of Israel. So we are actually the people of the book. So when you take over someone's nationality, you have to replace it with somebody else, right? So they gave us Negroes and niggas and all that, and then they put themselves as the people of the book. But we are out here to teach our people who they really are according to the Bible, so that we can come back to our nationality and we can start living like we're the Israelites and stop living like we niggas and Negroes, right? Stop killing each other, right? We got to keep God's laws in order to do that, right? So I'm going to prove to you, not just tell you, I'm going to prove to you out of the Bible that we are actually the Israelites according to the Bible, right? All right, well, with me now, right? So read that. What you want? 28:15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Now these are the stipulations that Moses gave the people of Israel from God, right? Read.
But it shall come to pass.
God said it will come to pass. Read.
If thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
God say if the Israelites don't listen to me, that's what hearken means. If the Israelites don't listen to me, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Now the thing that we have to listen to is all the commandments out of this Bible, right? Read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
All these what?
All these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now when you read verse 28 from 1, God tells us, if you listen to my commandments and you keep my commandments, I'm going to put you on high above all people that's on the face of the earth, right? But if you break my commandments, you're going to put you on low, under all people on the face of the earth, right? So that's the stipulations. Now historically, we know that the Israelites broke the commandments, right? Biblically, everybody should know that we broke the commandments. So therefore, the curses was going to be on the Israelites. He's going to put curses on them. Now, we're going to go through some curses and show you the curses that God put on the Israelites. And we are going to be able to see us, our people, those curses on us and not on anybody else. That's how we are going to identify who the Israelites are today, by biblical prophecy. Because if we believe in God, we have to believe what he says, right? You with me so far, right? All right, so let's read a curse, verse 16.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 16. Curse shall thou be in the city.
Now the Bible says, curse shall thou be in the city. Now when you look out into our cities, who are cursed? Who's hanging out in front of the liquor stores getting drunk? Who's running around killing each other? Right? George Floyd, who's getting a knee on the neck, right? And he saying he can't breathe, and nothing happens to her, right? Ahmaud Arbery is taking a jog in his own neighborhood, who's getting shot down, right? And it took them so long to even arrest the guy, and they're gonna get off too, right? Breonna Taylor, look what's happened to Breonna Taylor. Did they convict those guys that went up in her house and shot her down? No, right? So who's cursed in the city? We gotta think about that, because the curses that's gonna be on the Israelites today, those are the people that's gonna be cursed in the city. But watch this, read.
Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Now, who was in the cotton fields when you look at this sign? Because I know we are all familiar with this, right? We were in the cotton fields picking that cotton, right? Women, children, and men. They had our kids out there picking cotton, right? That's how America got great. When you hear our president say, let's make America great again, this is what he's talking about. Because the only way America got great is through free labor from the Israelites.
That's right.
From the so-called blacks today. Free labor. They had millions of employees out there in the field and didn't have to pay them. You'll get rich too, won't you? Right? You would get rich also. So cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Go to verse 37. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37.
We're going to read these curses now, right? Read.
And thou shalt become an astonishment.
An astonishment, right? When we look at our people, we say we ain't got no sense. Why? Why we do this? Why we do that? Why is our women all on BET on music videos showing their whole body?
Right.
Why? Why is our men walking around with their pants down to the ankles almost, showing their boxers?
Right.
Why? We are an astonishment. Everybody looks at us and say, man, even ourselves. Sometimes I look around and say, man, what are we doing? What are we doing as a nation of people out here in this world?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Read.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
And a what?
And a byword.
Just like I was explaining to you earlier, a byword means anything somebody else calls you by, right? Anything you answer to, right? That's who you are. So God said, you know what, I'm going to make you into a byword. That's why our name changes every 10 years. Our name changes every 10 years. We went from Negro, Afro-American, African-American, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Now we African-Americans. You know what I'm saying? So that's a byword. That's a curse. So who else name changes every 10 years like us? Nobody. So I'm going through these curses showing you that all these things is happening to us. So that means that the Israelites, if we believe in this Bible, that the Israelites today are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Right? Read that again.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
All these nations are going to call us these names. All these nations, right? Read verse 48. Read.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Now the Bible say, God say, we're going to serve our enemies as a curse because we didn't want to keep his commandments. So you know what I'm going to do? You don't want to serve me, so I'm going to make you serve your enemies. A lot of us around here don't think that we're serving our enemies today.
Right.
They don't think that. They think we're free. We are not free. We are actually serving our enemies. Do you think that we're serving our enemies? Because who is our enemies? Who brought us here in slave ships? Who killed us down in the streets? And then is not guilty. Right? Trayvon Martin. Who does that to us? So, do you think we serve our enemies? I'm going to show you how. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who sent them against us?
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Lord sent these people on us because we want to break the commandments. Just like if you have children, right? If they don't do what you say, you're going to put that belt on them, right?
Right.
This is the same thing on a whole nother level. This is how our mind got to think. Just like you would discipline your kids, God is disciplining his kids too.
That's right.
So he sent the enemy over here to take us over here on slave ships.
Right.
Right? Read.
which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
In hunger. This is one way that we serve our enemies, right? McDonald's, Wendy's, Checkers, Publix, Dutch Pot. Where Dutch Pot at? Dutch Pot over there, right? Our enemies set these places up, and we have to buy from them because we don't have no farms that we gon' we don't have none of that. So if you get hungry, Miss Claudia, right? Miss Claudia, if you get hungry, you're going to have to go to our enemies for food. We have to, because where else are we gonna get the food? Right? This is how we serve our enemies. Read.
In hunger and in thirst.
And in thirst. Miss Claudia, if you get thirsty, where you gonna get your water from? Your Gatorade, your juice, your sodas, right? Even if you want to drink you a little wine, where you gonna get it from? We have to get it from our enemies. You gotta go to a liquor store. And who owns the liquor stores? Is it us? No. Even if we call ourselves want to open up a liquor store, right? We have to get permission from who? To open it up, right? If you want to open up your Publix or grocery store, we have to get permission from the people that brought us over here in slavery to do that. And we have to pay them in order to do that. And whenever they feel like it, they can shut you down. And you can't do nothing about it. Nothing, right? We serving our enemies in hunger and in thirst. Because ain't nobody dipping their head in the lake to go drink something, right? You want that good Zephyr Hills, right? That's the water you want to drink, right? Who owns Zephyr Hills? Our enemies. The people that shoot us down in the streets. Read on.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness. Miss Claudia, there's clothes that we have on our backs. You got on your back. These clothes, they supply it to us to buy it from them. We don't own no textile companies. We don't own anything to get these things ourselves. So in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness, to put clothes on your body to cover up at night when it's cold. Right? You got to buy the sheets and everything from them. Right?
Of all things.
Miss Claudia, you got a driver's license? You got a birth certificate, right? Right? If we want to go to school and get a diploma, right? And the Bible says, in want of all things, anything that you want to do in life, you have to get permission from your enemies. Right? Even to get a job. In want of all things. We the last hire, first fire, right? In want of all things. This is what the Bible says, the curses that is going to be on us. Right? But what is he going to do? This is what the enemy is going to do to us. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee.
A yoke of iron. So another curse. We breaking it on down. Who had yokes of iron on their necks? Right? This is another curse. So far, we're cursed in the city, cursed in the field. We're called bywords, right? They're calling us niggas and all kind of stuff, right? And then we were going to have to serve them in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And on top of that, he's going to put a yoke of iron on our necks until he has destroyed us mentally. Until the fact that I come out here and I try to teach my people that we are the Israelites, they reject it. Because all they know is, no, I ain't an Israelite. I'm a nigga. That's what they say. Because they destroyed us. They destroyed us mentally. We don't know who we are. But it's high time that we understand who we are and come back to our nationality so we can live like children of the Most High.
That's right.
That's what we got to do. And if we do that, the single parent households are going down. Because I know you're tired of seeing that. Single parent, the men leave. Because we have no sense of morals. Our morals come from this Bible. But we don't live by that. We live by the laws of the land, right? America say you can get divorced, and guess what they do? Get divorced. But the Bible say that you bound by the law. You have to stay with that woman and take care of that woman. Right? So read verse 68. I'm going to leave you this curse right here. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Into slavery again.
With ships.
With ships. Who else went into slavery on cargo slave ships. Miss Claudia, what is this telling you? Because you didn't know that the transatlantic slave trade was in the Bible, did you? Right? You didn't know. Now we're going to get a history book, right? To justify this, all right? Read. Call it and read it.
This is the book From Babylon to Timbuktu, page 84. In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
Captured Jerusalem. This is the Romans, right? Read.
In 70 AD.
70 AD, the temple fell, right? Read.
General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter.
With great slaughter. That's how they put an end to the Jewish state. Read.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people. During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews.
1 million Jews, what did they do?
Fled into Africa.
Fled into the west coast of Africa. 1 million Jews. Read on.
Fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery.
Now this is the point right here, Miss Claudia. This is what they say about these Jews. In 70 AD, watch what they was calling these Jews. Read.
The slave markets.
The slave trade, like I just told you, the transatlantic slave trade, read.
Were full of black Jewish slaves.
Read that again.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
Black Jewish slaves. You know what black Jewish slaves that they were talking about? Our people.
That's right.
Transatlantic slave trade. 1619. Right. Put on the boats like sardines. Right. Stacked up. People defecating and urinating all over each other. Right. Some of our people jumping off the boat because they didn't want to come to America and be slaves. But right now, we are so used to being slaves that that's all we want to be. Right? These are our people. Black Jewish slaves. We are the Jews according to the Bible. That's right. We have to come back to our nationality, keep the commandments of God, and live up to what God wanted us to live up to. Right. That's why we have to do, Miss Claudia. That nothing changed. Right. The same old all the time. Right? So I'm going to give you a commandment, Miss Claudia. I'm going to give you a commandment out of the Bible, all right? Watch this. Read.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves.
Now this is one of the commandments for women, right? This is what we coming out here to teach our people, God's commandments. So women, read.
That the women adorn themselves.
Adorn means to put on, right? Read.
In modest apparel.
Women adorn themselves in modest apparel. You know what modest means, Miss Claudia? Modest means conservative, right. Covered up, right? Just like I told you about Cardi B. Is she dressed in modest apparel? Cardi B just got married and she's getting a divorce because she's on the TV flaunting herself, right? She's in the music business where all the women are flaunting themselves, right? And so her husband, he's a rapper and he's around all these women, got these video vixens in his videos, and they're not modest. So if his wife is not modest and the women that's around him in that industry is not modest, then guess what he gonna do? He gonna cheat. In order to stop single parent households, in order to keep our marriages together, our women have to adorn themselves in modest apparel. That means we have to cover up because your body is only for your husband to see. Right. Because anything else, if you let any other man see your body and you're married, then what you're promoting? It's like you're promoting yourself. It's almost like, what are you selling? Because if you sell something, you got men out here that want to buy it, right? So now you got all these devils in your way talking to you, sliding in your DMs and all that, right? And now your marriage is in shambles. You get what I'm saying, Miss Claudia? So we have to adorn ourselves in modest apparel. We have to forget about the ways of the world, right? Give me James 4:4 real quick. Keep reading, read.
With shamefacedness.
Shamefacedness, right? Not being smiling all in every man's face. You know, our women like to be in all in every man's face, right? You get a rap concert, guess who in the front row? Screaming and hollering, reaching, right? Want him to take her home. right? R&B, Keith Sweat, right? You know what I'm saying, Miss Claudia? Back in our days, we used to like that old school music, right? But we have to be shamefaced in this. We can't be in everybody's face, right? Because if you go in somebody's face and you seem desperate, you think he's gonna take you as an honest woman? No, it was too easy. He ain't gonna make you his wife. He's gonna make you his groupie, girlfriend, somebody he can call when somebody else ain't answering the phone, right? Some story that he can talk about. He's gonna put you in one of his songs and say, I remember that time when I was in Florida and I had this sister so-and-so and she gave me all I wanted, right? We can't do that, right? Read.
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
Ain't nothing wrong, ain't nothing worse than a drunk woman making ashamed of herself, coming out the club, falling all on herself, drunk. We already know these stories about women having these babies, and she don't know who the baby daddy is because when they was having sex, she was drunk. You cannot give your body to anybody but your husband.
Right.
Because if we stop wearing pants, right, and we come out of these this clothing and be adorning ourselves in modest apparel, then attracting sexual attention will go down, right? So now every man won't be trying to get at you because he can't see nothing. Now your home is safer.
Right.
Your marriage is safer.
Right.
Right? This is how we gotta act. This is how our older women have to teach our younger women.
Right.
We can't walk around looking like it's cute. Let me tie this too. We can't walk around like this thing is cute what they're doing.
Right.
We need our older women to start teaching the younger women the laws of God.
Right.
Right? That's what we need. Because we need to stop all of this single parent households.
Right.
Right? Read.
The book of Titus chapter 2 and verse 3. The aged woman likewise.
The aged women, right? Read.
That they be in behavior as becometh holiness.
Holy means separate. So the aged women have to start off being holy because more is caught than taught, right? Kids pick up what the parents do more than when a parent say, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, right? So more is caught than taught. So our aged women have to be like this first and foremost in order for them to teach the younger women how to even do anything, right? Read.
Not false accusers, not giving too much wine, teachers of good things.
Teachers of good things. Our older women have to be teachers of good things. Read.
That they may teach the young woman to be sober.
To be sober. We got to teach the young women to be sober. Not coming out of these clubs drunk all up.
Right.
Read.
To love their husband.
To love their boyfriend.
To love their husband.
To love their homie lover friend.
To love their husband.
To love their sugar daddies.
Their husband.
They have to love their husbands. God only respects a woman that has a husband.
Right.
He does not respect boyfriend and girlfriend.
Right.
He does not respect you sliding over this. This is my friend because I don't want no commitment.
Right.
So I'm going to give him my body to somebody that's not my husband. Right? And then we can look out in the world and realize why things are bad. Why things are happening. Why does this woman, this girl over here have 5 kids and 7 baby daddies? It's because we don't want to do the laws of God. She could have prevented that. He could have prevented that with all the baby mamas. But we have to come back to God's commandments. We have to come back to God's commandments in order for anything to change.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.